All right, yeah, Dave, you're right. Let's get this going. It's not fair for me to keep you guys waiting anymore. All right, guys, I'm Rick. I'm JP's project manager, and I've been working very, very closely on the LPS launch and along with all the other projects that JP does. So I basically manage the things from the back end. So a lot of the stuff that you guys have seen have my hands all over it, and so that's why JP felt it'd be fair that I do this webinar so I can have a direct interaction with you guys and see what you guys are up to and what you guys would like in the future, and also where you're struggling, so we can really get this going. Now, the thing is that the first thing I'd like to start off with is that this webinar, the Kickstart webinar, the focus of this webinar is just to get you comfortable with the platform, show you how you can contact customer service, how you can build a page. We'll build a page in front of you, drive some traffic to it, and that kind of stuff. After this, what we'll do is that we'll have a lot of questions. We'll have a lot of questions that I can already see people are coming up with. We're going to host a second webinar with all the questions, with all the specific questions. I'll try to answer some of the more frequently asked ones here so that we don't have issues. But apart from that, if you have more specific questions about your campaigns or about where you can, what you can do with them, we'll have a second webinar for that. So let's get this started. Now, as many of you probably already know, LPS, we basically built this platform initially for ourselves. We use it to run our own campaigns, and I've got a copywriting background. And anything that can increase conversions, I'm hooked with. I'm absolutely obsessed with conversions. So LPS has done wonders for us. It's done absolute wonders for us in terms of conversions. And our campaigns have done really, really well using the platform. So what I did is I created a new account so you guys don't complain that you have a setup account already. So I can show you all of the stuff in a brand new account. And just a second, Chiam, I hope I'm pronounced that correctly. The people who still have audio issues, everyone else is hearing the audio, so it's going to be on your end. What's called? I'll type that. I'll type that. Could someone please type that in the chat so that everyone else knows that's just joining in? While that, I'll get started. I want to focus on the webinar and not get distracted by these questions. All right, guys. Thank you. So basically, over here we have the dashboard. So what we're going to start off with is I'm going to show you how the interactive help works on it, the interactive online tutorials, so that you guys, whenever you guys want to understand the platform in more depth, you can do it on your own. We'll start off with that, and then we'll slowly move on to the rest of the stuff of the rest of the features on the platform. So I hope I'm making sense, and you guys can all see what I'm talking about. All right, guys, here. And everyone's good with the audio so far? You can see my screen? All right, guys. So here you can see the dashboard for the Creative Niche Manager. That's what we call the platform. And you guys have all probably already logged in. So the first feature I want to show you guys is the online tutorials right here. When you click this, you basically see a list of options in front of you. All of these options are different tutorials and different ways of getting help with the platform. Now, the first thing, the most powerful feature that I personally really like, and which makes it really easy to understand the platform, is the LPS main walkthrough. All you have to do is click on the online tutorials here, and then click on the LPS walkthrough to enable this. When you do this, the first thing you can see is it shows you this nice looking pop-up here, and it explains where on the page you are. It starts off in the dashboard. This is the main dashboard you'll see each time you log in, blah, 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 blah. And it explains everything. And then once you've read this and you get what it's saying, you just click next. Then what the platform will do will automatically take you to other pages and guide you on each one of the pages and the different features on the page that are relevant to you. Now, when I click next, it's taken me to the squeeze page builder, the main page builder. And here you see, once it's on the page builder, it says this is the main screen to create your page. There's only one screen to create or edit your page, and the rest there. And again, it gives me that option of clicking next. Now, if I click next again, it'll show me the next feature. So refresh the page, and based on that, it'll load another pop-up that focuses on a particular feature that it's trying to explain. So this is really, really useful if you're just starting out and you just want to understand how the platform works. Here you can see it's pointing towards this. So let's start with this existing campaign. This is where all the templates that we mentioned inside the sales letters and the video sales letter, that are live campaigns. All of these templates are based on our live campaigns. We've done really, really well with these campaigns. And you can see the instructions here. Now you don't have the next button in this space. It says simply click this green link and follow the steps. Now if I click the green button, that you see this pop-up appears with all of the templates that you guys have preloaded into your account. You can select one of these templates, and once again, this says, now please click this campaign. It tells you which campaign to select, so it can keep guiding you. So whenever you guys have time, go ahead and use this interactive feature. It'll take you through everything. And if you want to exit at any time during the interactive tutorial, you just click this exit button here on the tutorial, and bam, it's gone. So that's basically the tutorial. Let's move back to the dashboard. And this is our interactive tutorial, which is really, really useful if you just want to get a grip on how the platform is working. Some of the links are dead. Ray, could you explain what you mean with that? All right. The next thing that we have here is the basically Lead Profit Systems video tutorials. Now, some of you guys have some complaints about the voiceover in some of the videos. We're having that replaced. I've spoken to JP, and we're working on that right now, on replacing some of the voiceovers on these, because people are not happy with them. But generally, apart from what you can see is whatever tutorial you click, you can see a video of it, and it'll basically play. When I hit the play button here, it'll play the video that what's called you can watch, and it'll explain that specific feature we're looking at. So these are the video tutorials. So apart from the interactive tutorials and the video tutorials, we also have a chat system. The chat system allows you to get live support from one of our agents. We've trained them, and basically here you can see your previous conversations that you've had on the manager, and I click new conversation, and basically it'll show me the team that, we have Ray here, we have Florence, we have Mary. They're all waiting over here. They're for you whenever you guys need any help. And sometimes they might not be around. If they're not around, they'll make sure to get in touch with you as soon as possible, as soon as we have someone there. We're right now trying to balance the team so that we have support around the clock. But in case they don't, they will get back to you within the hour or so. And let's see, I just start a conversation and say, hey, you'll see you get this notification that if anyone replies, you get a notification here, and you'll also get a notification. If not, we'll email you, and you can get an email based on that. So now it says delivered and not seeing it, so you can see that as soon as someone sees it, this will change and light up. So based on that, that's how our support works, the live support. And you can minimize this, it'll stay there. You get a pop-up notification when people join. So far, does that all make sense? Heidi, you're asking about the pop-up tutorial. That is also in process. It will be ready soon. All right, Raj, the YouTube video, I can see you have an issue with the quality. We'll make sure we'll have that sorted. But I think that if you just change the version of the video, you can probably see a better version in terms of quality. So that's about it for the support on using our support features, and that's how these work. Now let's move on to the builder. Let me build a campaign in front of you guys so you guys can see how easy it is. When I click landing page builders over here, you can see the squeeze page builder. So I'm going to click this. Now some of you guys won't have the popups.io. The people who did upgrade will have that. And basically here, if you want to use a template, you guys can use a template from there. But for the purposes of this example and creating a campaign, I'm going to be using I'm going to build one from scratch so you guys can see how we do it and how it goes. So the first section of the builder, it asks you about that you want to have content with popups.io, or just pop-up style. This is for the people who have that. Otherwise, you just have the content option. Now, well, let's start off with the headline. I want to write a headline. Let's say I'm building a lead page for let's say let's build a lead page for a weight loss campaign. So we can write a headline: Who else wants to instantly lose lose 15 pounds? And there you have a headline. This will be your headline. This will serve as your headline. Now I can style it. I can add some fonts and, whatever font I'd like. Likewise, change the styles, the sizes on the fonts, so that the headline appears better. And basically, you've got a nice big headline here. Let's change the font. I'm not too happy with that font. Let's use this one, and then we move on. The next part of this is the video placeholder. Now, if you have a video squeeze page, this is where you'd paste your embed code. All you have to do is upload the video to whatever platform you want to use, YouTube, Dailymotion, whatever, and just paste the embed code here. The platform will do all the styling and everything for you. You just paste it here, and it should go. It'll go live onto your page with the styling. So you could see here, then it asks you that, do you want to create an opt-in page or a click-through page? Are you trying to collect emails? If you're trying to collect emails, you have the opt-in page. If you just want to redirect the traffic, you could just use the click-through page. So let's say I just want to redirect the traffic. We have an offer going, and I want to redirect the traffic there. So I'll just click the click-through page. And then it asks you, basically, it asks you a bunch of other features that you want to use a smart opt-in, you want to use URL, or click to call. These features at the moment, we'll start off with just the URL, and what's it called? We'll enter the URL. Let's say it's http www.loseweightquick.com, and whatever your offer link is, you could say your the offer link that your CPA network provides you, that goes here, because that will be your click-through page. Whichever link you want people to go link to, you want the page to link to, you enter that URL over here. And then here you can ask, you want to have a display to call, you want to have a call to action button or not, yes or no. So let's say I do want to have a call to action button. I really believe in them, and I think they really work. So let's, over here you can see when I select that, I can see a long list of options of all types of call to action buttons that I'd want to use. So I really like this one, get instant access. Let's say I'll use this. It's nice, big, red, grabs attention and gets you the message about getting instant access. We already have the word instant in our headline. Mary, I see that you're saying about examples. Yes, we do. We have templates up here. I mentioned that earlier, but we'll come back to that stuff later on. Right now, let's focus on completing this page, and we can take it from there. So I just want right now have the headline there. I have the video placeholder, and we have the buttons here. What's called, if you want to have an effect on the button, you can have that. I wouldn't use an effect on this button. I'd say none. So we have nothing here. What we have is the fine print. This basically will go at the bottom of your page, and it'll allow you to add any legal things you want to add, like, we respect your privacy policy, anti-spam rules, whatever information you'd like to use here. That's basically your legal stuff. It keeps you protected, and if you just leave that message, that normally protects you from most of the things out there. So after we're done, this is the content section. We've created the content, and now what I want to do next is I just click next step, and this will automatically collapse the content bar and open the SEO bar. Now the SEO bar is pretty useful because it allows you to really get a title, use keywords, use meta keywords, use a meta description. This is really useful, and this automatically does on-page SEO for you. So quick weight loss solutions. Let's say that's our title. Keywords, you could use anything like weight loss, fat loss, fitness, basically whatever you want to do. If it's a woman's product, you add woman. Uh, you basically, these are your keywords and the description. Um, World's best weight loss. Let's say the world's best instant weight loss solution. Right. So I'm making up the stuff as we go. So I apologize if um erasing some of the stuff. So now let's move on. Now once we have the design, well, once we have SEO done, right? Once again, I just click the next step, and it collapses the SEO and moves on to the next thing. This is design. Now here is where you design your page. It's really easy to get a very good design out of this. So what I do is here the background. In the background you have a range of choices. You want to use an image background, you want to use a color background, you want to upload an image, you want to use a YouTube video, you want to use an MP4 video. And basically, all you have to do is that, for example, if I use a YouTube video, just paste the YouTube link here, and it'll show you a very good, what's it called, that video will automatically appear in the background of your page. So for simplicity's sake, let's just use an image that I can randomly choose, so I can show you guys what we're up to. Now we have this, and then after that, you have the body color. This is the color of the text that you want to use on the page, and you can choose from a range of colors. Let's say let's go with red, or yeah, that's fine. Here is the background transparency. If you want to use transparency in the background, you could use this to make your image more transparent, the background image. So I'm going to leave that as is, and you want to blur the image, just select this, it blurs the image. And then here is one of the more important things that you guys really need to know, is the box position. The box position is that all the content that we wrote up there, where do we want it focused? We want it focused. Where do you want it focused? You want to be on the right. If you have an image that kind of has a background image that has a main focus here, you probably want to keep this over here. If you have a background image that has the focus here, likewise you do that. But basically this is adjustment, because I have a generic background for just displaying to you guys how we build a campaign. I'm just going to keep the box position right in the center. Here's the box width. If you want to make this longer, you can make this longer by just adjusting the width. Likewise, the box border color, it has this allows you to choose a border color. This is the background color of the box itself. And let's say I want to keep this, because we have our text red, let's keep this black, and select. There you go, we have it. So then you have a box transparency. The content box itself, you can adjust its transparency. You can adjust the border size, the border radius, the borders width, and that kind of stuff. And then once again, for the box border style, you want to use a groove, you want to use a ridge, you want to use something, what's it called, more styly. You could use that here. So I'd go with the solid. I'm more of a traditional guy. So we have that, and then you have the box bottom shadow. This gives a shadow effect of the box itself. If you want to use this, go ahead. For now, I'm not going to be using it. And then you have all of these that if you want to use a background. For example, I want to use a background in the header. You can select this and fill in the details just like we filled in above. And that's about it for design. Next up is sound. Now, the sound features here are pretty cool. This is one of the more powerful features of the LPS system, because in the future, building rapport online is really difficult, and it's something that unlocks the secret to conversions. If some of you guys have seen our pre-launch video on rapport development, that nails it. That absolutely hits the nail on its head, and it explains how important sound is. So if I want to use sound, I just click yes, and then it asks me that you want to use a premium sound file, or do you want to use your own audio. Let's say I want to use a premium one. This will open a pop-up. Okay. All right, this is taking some time, I guess, with all those questions rolling in. So yeah, basically once this opens, you have the pop-up. In here you have the types of categories of sounds you'd like to use. We have music, and you can use these. You can use any one of these. you want to play them and hear them out before you put them on your page, you can just hit the play button. It'll play, and you can hear the music before you use it. Let's say I just want to use this one, the meditate one, and if you want to add more, you can add more and mix them. If not, that's it. Just click close, and there you have it. It's added. Next up, what you have to do is just click if you want to loop the audio. For example, if you have an audio file which is really short and you want to loop that audio, especially the music file, the loop function is extremely useful because it just it keeps the track going as long as they stay on the page. And if you have an instructions audio where you're guiding them through the page, maybe using the loop option is not the wisest thing to do. So that's the loop option. And next, that's it. That's about it for sound. It's just really simple. You just click two options, choose your audio, upload your audio, and you're done. Now, here are basically the advanced settings. These are for people who want to use them. They're up to you. And what's it called? If I want to use an exit pop, for example, I will use that. The exit pop allows me to, for anyone who's exiting the website, I can give them a quick message that, wait, don't you want to use wait now, for example. That's a message that will appear when you exit from the page. So that's if you want to use the exit pop-up option. And then here is tracking. Now people, like, if you guys want to use your Google Analytics, you want to use any other tracking software you use, you can just paste the code here, or you could say your Facebook traction pixel, the targeting pixel, and the tracking pixel. You can add those right here so that you can track the conversions through your advertising platform as well. And here is a show powered by, if you want to show the powered by LPS link or not, and you just uncheck this and it'll disappear. So that's the advanced settings. Now we're going to come to one more very powerful advanced setting, the geolocation traffic redirect. So the concept behind this is basically the internet is a global place, and people from different countries, if you want to show them different offers, you want to talk to the people from the UK, you want to talk to them in pounds, you want to talk to people in the US in dollars, you want to talk to people from Canada in Canadian dollars, or you want to use language which is very, very similar to people, very, very easy for people to use from those areas. You can just use the geolocation traffic redirect. This allows you to choose from a list of countries that that would be allowed. So if I select any country here, or all of these countries, these will all be the allowed countries, the countries that we allow to see this page. And the people who cannot see the page, the alternate URL. This will be an alternate URL that for what's called, for any country that I've disallowed. This offer is not for you. At the same time, I can add here, specify alternate URLs for selected countries. Now, we've got selected countries here. You can choose any country that you want to show a specific offer to. For example, I want to show people from the United Kingdom a very specific offer. I'll enter the URL here that they can see that specific offer, that specific page. So what you can do is build a few of these pages using the builder for each of the countries, and with the language like French for France, and the currencies for the different regions, English-speaking countries. So basically, once you've done that, you've got an entire system set up for you. It's nice and neat and allows you to have the traffic redirect. Now, and that's about it. When you hit next, you've got publishing options. These are really cool publishing options. You can hit download, upload, or host in CNM. Now, the download feature allows you to just download the HTML files for this, so that you can upload them to your server. The HTML, PHP, and JavaScript files, whatever settings you've done, you'll have the builder will just generate a complete file that you can upload to your hosting and start running from there. So we don't make you dependent on our server, that you don't have to do everything here. If you want to use the files on your own server, you're free to do that. At the same time, if you want to use the files on your own server, but want to make this process really simple, you can click upload to remote server. So here you just click this and you can select from your domains. I haven't added any on this account yet, but basically you add your domains in the domain section, and you can upload the files from the LPS platform directly into your hosting. So you don't have to bother with the download and then FTP upload it. But for this example, I'm just going to host a page in the Creative Niche Manager, and so I can see if what's it called, I can show you guys the example right now. But now before I hit generate, there's a pretty cool feature here. It's preview. This, you can use this at any time during building your page if you just want to see, how it looks, and what's it called, if you want to adjust the design or adjust any feature. So I just click the preview feature here, and there you have it. It will load the page I just made, and we have our page. Okay, for some reason this text is not showing. Let's check that we have a black background but our text is not showing. So let's see what color we've kept our text. Scroll up here and we can see this. From the design area, just a second. Let me just see what we're doing here. Can there be just a second? I'm just going to look at your questions and then come back to that color issue, because I've noticed there's a lot of questions and I don't want to get fall behind. We'll move on to the credits. I'll show you that next. Just let me fix the pop-up box will go directly to the landing page of the business site. Whatever link I've added, Dory, you asked, whatever link I've added in the get instant access, I just click that and it'll take me there. I hope that clarifies things. Guys, can you see my screen? I noticed some people cannot see the screen. Hey guys, can you hear me? I just want to make sure. Some people complain that they've lost my screen. Can you guys see the screen? Hey guys, can you hear me? Oh wow. All right, great. You guys, just give me a couple of minutes. I want to see if everyone can see the screen. I'm getting a response from everyone. All right, guys. I think everyone can hear me. Uh, Guys, can you hear me now? You guys should see the Creative Niche Manager in front of you now. The resolution should be sorted. For everyone who has resolution issues, I'm surprised because the thing is that resolution issues shouldn't happen. I'm really sorry. For the next webinar, we'll make sure that none of these resolution issues happen, because the resolution issue is not from our end. There's definitely some settings issues, but we'll definitely have this sorted so that none of you guys face any problems in the next step. So let's come back to the editor, and we were at that issue about the color. All right, so guys, so when we come back to the editor, what's called the, because we have that issue that I just showed you in terms of the text. I forgot this. I skipped this step altogether. So who else wants to instantly lose 15 pounds? I can just click when you're here. You can see the editor here. This is for all the styling options for this particular, for the headline and for the content that basically goes down there. So when you're over here, I can just change the color by clicking this option, and let's make this red because we have a red button, and let's also make this bold and underlined. Actually the underline doesn't look good, so let's just do this and apply red on it. Right, so we've got a red what's called red content. Now we have a red button, and once again I can just hit preview, and this will load the preview, and you can see who else wants to instantly lose 15 pounds. This is an ugly looking what's called squeeze page, but that's because I built it very quickly. But you basically see the point of this. This is a click-through page. I had the blurred image, and now the image behind me is blurred. So whatever content you want to add, whatever editing you want to do, you can do this on the spot and instantly create really good landing pages that make what's called your lead gen process or your click-through process really straightforward, because a lot of advertising platforms limit you from directing straight to the offer. So you can always pre-sell them by having one of these lead pages up there for your CPA campaigns. And likewise, if you want to build one for opt-ins, like if you're promoting a particular service, you're promoting yourself, you're promoting anything, you want to have a landing page with an opt-in form with your name and email address, so you can collect them and use that for your what's called needs. Now we've created the page, so we've previewed the page. So let's just click generate, and this will generate the page and give me a URL which I can use into my traffic. Harry, I think you can't hear this audio through the page, but what's it called? We have it's playing. I can hear. I think it's not going across through the platform, the webinar platform. Now let's take this and promote this using our social signals. So the generated link is this. Now whenever I click this, Harry, in case you guys are wondering if you can hear the audio or not, I'm not sure if that's going across through the webinar platform. I doubt it is, because that's playing on the video itself, on the on my computer, not I'm not speaking it. So over here you can see that the audio is playing. I can hear it, but I think you guys might not be able to. So if you guys want to hear the audio, you can always just visit this link. Um, what's it called we have here. I'll paste that for you guys in a bit. But let's move on to first promoting this, so that you can see the generated link. Um, and we can use this link and start driving traffic. So the first thing I'd like to show you guys is the social signals program and creating backlinks. Now if I go here, I say create social signal and backlink. So over here I enter the URL, which is this URL right here. And what's it called I've created that URL here. This is the version that we use. We can check that if it's working fine and the system has generated it properly. Once again, you can see the same ugly page that I just made. Although I'm pretty sure this will convert really well, despite its ugliness, because of the strong call to action. And for anyone who's interested in losing weight, they're very inclined to click on that. But obviously, having a more relevant background would probably help. Create a few small little modifications here, and you'd have a significantly higher conversion rate. But you see, I pasted the URL here. It automatically lifted the title, the tags, and the description, the meta titles, tags, and description from what I created. So I just have to paste that, and it's filled the form for me. Now over here, you can click the categories, and we can find the relevant category that this belongs to. Let's check if there is. There is a lot of stuff here. So there's not one on. Let's see if we can find one on fitness that is most relevant to us. You have a lot of categories here basically, and you can use any of these categories to to promote your products. Food and drink. This would probably be in the health and fitness. Now, health and fitness is just one broad category, and then within that, you have a lot of subcategories that basically you can choose whichever one is the most relevant to you. So, in the health and fitness, you have a long list, but I'm not going to bother in finding the exact one. For now, what we'll do is we'll just use the health and fitness category itself. We have that, and you can see these features are still coming soon. The Facebook likes, the social news, but social bookmarks, I can check this, and it asks me the number of promotions I'd like. So depending on the amount of credits you have and how much you're ready to use, you can choose the number of bookmarks you want. I want, let's say, 44. That'll cost me 5 whole credits. If I want to use, let's say, 20, 30, let's say a good number of bookmarks, a good number of backlinks, social bookmarks would be 50. And that cost the campaign is 5 credits. Now over here you can see that there's automatic campaign submission. This feature is pretty cool, that if you want to keep submitting a campaign, you want to over time you want to keep building the backlinks to a particular lead page, all you have to do is just click one of these features, the once a week, once a month, or one time. For now, I'm just going to use this one time. But don't worry about the links being natural. That if you click one time, it doesn't mean that the links are just going to be created like as soon as you submit. What we do is that you can mention here. There's also clarification here, a disclaimer, that the links will grow at a natural pace, and the drip feed will be fed within days or weeks. So you don't have to worry. Based on the quantity, we're going to make things look natural so that you don't get penalized with any of the search engines. And that's about it. I hit submit, and I have my first social media campaign created for the quick weight loss solutions. Now this over here, this basically allows you to schedule it. If you want to adjust it, you want to promote it again, you can promote it again, you can delete it if you'd like. And that's it. That's about it. And I've got a whole campaign running, a social media campaign. Now let's take the same URL and also try to drive traffic through the traffic exchange, so that members like you guys can drive traffic for me in exchange for credits. So let's say I paste my URL here. It asks me what type of page is this? Is it an Amazon page, a ClickBank page, a content/blog, a lead page, or an other? I'll select other for now, and then you can change the number of credits. Let's say I want to drive, like, I don't know, I have 499 credits. So in the traffic exchange. So I could just, up this to, let's say, 54 credits. Now I click create, and this will create a campaign for me to drive people to this URL. And you can see I created another one a little earlier today, and that was allowed credits before, and I've already received one click through the traffic exchange. Now I've increased the allowed credits here, so I'm likely to get clicks at a faster pace here. And I basically earn credits using the promote campaigns and the browse campaigns feature. The promote campaigns feature basically allows me, it gives me everyone's links. Whoever's added something to their traffic, to the traffic exchange, I can use their links and say, you know what, hey, I'm going to drive some traffic here. I drive traffic to any one of these links, and each time a visitor goes there, I will earn a credit. And that's how the traffic exchange works. So you guys, in your traffic exchange, you'll probably be able to, when you click other and click filter, you'll be able to see, I won't be able to see my link, but you guys will certainly be able to see the link I just created, and you can start driving traffic there and earn some credits. So as soon as you guys click that on your end, I'll start receiving clicks, and basically my credits will start burning up, and you'll start getting those credits in my place. And yeah, that's about it. That's how easy it is to start driving traffic, to build a page, to modify the page. If you want to modify the page, you just go to your landing pages. It gives you all the landing pages you've created. On this account, I just created two. One was a little earlier, and now one is now. And you can see I already have 3 visitors on this. And that's how it is. And you can see the conversion rate. Once people start clicking through, this will measure the conversion rate and tell you how much people you have. If it's an opt-in page, you'll get the subscribers as well. And I can duplicate this if I want to use it. I want to export the page, I can do it. I can download it if I want to do it, and then reset the stats. So that's about it. So let's move now. Come back to what's it called? Some of the questions. Sergio, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Can I use these pages for Facebook ads? Yes, you certainly can. That's precisely the point, that you can direct your traffic straight to one of these pages, and these pages then can link to your offer. All right, one is you, Candice. I'm surprised you managed to grab the link and type in and go to it. Candice, did the audio work for you? When you went to the page, the music was playing, I bet. What is the point of this traffic? The point of this traffic is that, for example, I take a URL from the traffic exchange, and I share it with my email list. I send everyone on my email list to your traffic, to your link, so that I earn credits, because every time they go through that, I will earn credits. And at the same time, I'll be driving people from my email list to your website. So it's a very, very neat way of exchanging traffic between your what's it called, your friends and partners on LPS. We have a very huge marketing community. Everyone has mailing lists. Some of you people have mailing lists. Some people will be building theirs with this, and you can always get more traffic, because if you've already mailed all your offers to your traffic to your mailing list, it's helpful to exchange traffic with other people. And what's it called? Use that. Yes, NDRI. I'm not sure how your name is pronounced, because I don't think that's an initial. But what's it called? Yeah, you certainly can use these pages for Google Ads. That's the whole point. That these are lead pages, these are lead gen pages. You can use these for Google Ads. You can use these for your Amazon promotion. You basically have a URL where you can direct traffic directly to. It does not have to. It's not directly to an offer. So you'll have approval from Google. Harry, no, that's not an upgrade. You should have the video background option. That is not an upgrade. Ian, the traffic can be targeted. The traffic will be targeted, because you could use that. Raj, you get erratic video background sometimes, and sometimes you don't. Interesting. I'll have the support team look at it, in particular your account, but definitely if you create a URL. All right, sure. Raj will get back to you on that. Alex, right now I can't show you the pop-up IO because most of you people do not have, because not most of you, but a significant number amongst you do not have IO. So we'll get to that. Steve will address split testing as well in the next option, so we can create variations of the same page. But you could see up here, you have that duplicate option, and that will allow you to do it, allow you to create basically another version of the page itself. So that's about it, guys, for this webinar. That's a Kickstart webinar. I can see there's a lot of questions, and I wish, yes, Daryl, you can edit the campaign. I wish I could answer them all right now, but what we'll do is that we'll create a form. I'll have a form created and sent out to you guys, so we can do a whole webinar exactly on what's it called, and all the questions you have. GM, yes, you can. You certainly can create a template from a landing page. What's it called? SK, I just showed you the exchange, but if you want more detail, there's a video tutorial there, and we'll help you out more in the next what's it called example. Ken, for the Facebook pixels, I showed you in the advanced settings. There's a tracking option where you can paste your tracking code. Over there, you can add your Facebook pixel. So all the other questions will the support link. Girish, once again, you can use the chat right there. I showed you; it's at the bottom. Let me show you guys. Let me show all of you guys again, so you guys can see the support. Over here is the support. I said hey, and they replied a couple of minutes later, and basically this will allow you to chat. So all you have to do is just if I exit this, just click this. It will show me all my previous conversations with support, and I can start a new conversation. And over here, you just say hey, and basically you can talk with the support. So for anyone who's missed out on the support, this is one option, and the second option of that will walk you through the entire system in 39 steps by just clicking once. You click this and click LPS main walkthrough. This will take you through the entire dashboard. When you click next, it'll take you through the entire system, like I showed earlier in my webinar. But for those people who missed it, I'm showing it to you once again. Just click the online tutorials. Click the online tutorials and click the walkthrough. Likewise, we have the support function. And apart from that, all the other questions you guys have, the more specific marketing questions, we will sort those out in the next webinar. Yes, Greg, there will be a replay for everyone asking about the replay. We certainly will have a replay, and what's it called? In the replay, you guys will be able to see this, see the current campaign, the current webinar I've created. And apart from this, you'll also have another webinar that's going to be specific about your questions, and we can answer the more complicated, detailed questions. Apart from that, if you have technical questions, the support is going to be great help. So you guys can ask your questions there, and if the support is not responding, we'll try to do something of creating a complaint system so that I can handle those complaints as well. We will have a full replay for this, but thank you all very much. I think this was a great starting webinar. For the next webinar, we'll inform you via email on when we schedule it. Before that, I will definitely have a form sent out to you guys, so you guys can enter all your questions, and we'll also go through support to see what areas people, the sort of tickets most people are creating, so we can address those specific issues in our campaign. I will send out the form for the questions. All right, guys. Thanks. Everyone will be notified for the future webinars. Every one of you will be notified. We have all of your names in our email system. We will all notify you on that. But the thing is that this webinar is going to get really long if I start answering all the questions here. And it's better I have all the questions organized so that the webinar can go in a sequence. And I'll check on the resolution issue that you guys were complaining about. I don't think that that's an issue from our end. I think it's a settings issue. But whatever it is, we'll have a guide up there so that next time you guys can see a really good webinar. But I'm glad. I think we have a great webinar, and thank you for the amazing response. Thank you for the huge attendance. I'm really happy and really excited on getting this going. We have some amazing stuff planned for you ahead in terms of content, in terms of webinars, in terms of training. So that's what we're gonna focus on. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, Sandy, I'm just going to show you that one question because I already shared that in the webinar. I'll show it for you guys once again for the pre-made one because for some reason, a lot of people are struggling to find that. For the pre-made, what's it called? The pre-made templates, you guys can just go here, click the start from scratch, start from scratch using the form below, or load a real campaign. This is where the pre-made ones are made. All of these templates are based on our what's it called? On our live campaigns, and each one of these, I can tell you from personal experience because I've been managing the projects, they done absolutely fantastically well. This one was it was a huge killer, the Insta affiliate one. Likewise, we have all of these campaigns. They done really well. This one went through the roof. I think we made over $8,000 per month, and we still are doing really well with this Amazon GoPro campaign, and that too with cold PPV traffic. So it's just been fantastic. So you can guys use this and just hit the select button, and the squeeze page and Creative Niche Manager will load it for you. But yeah, that's all. There you have it. It's loaded in front of you, and you guys can see that it loads all the settings for you inside of it, and you can edit it and take it from there. And whenever you want to see what your current work in progress looks like, just hit the preview button, and it'll show you what it looks like. So I think that's all for now. Thank you, everyone. We'll definitely do more webinars. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. I'm always open for feedback. I will send out a message for more feedback so we can keep improving and making things much better for you guys. Greg, like I mentioned, we've been using PPV traffic for the GoPro campaign, but you could use anything. Facebook would do well too. Any of these traffic sources. The key in testing, the key is in testing. But the thing is that when you know something has been performing for other marketers, you have a great starting point, and that's what's really important. So PPV traffic, you were asking about, Greg, that was PPV traffic. Because the video would start playing, and people, when they see it, oh wow, what is this? For the replay, we'll send out an email for everyone. But yeah, once we have the replay, we're gonna make some edits of the interrupts here and there, so that everything is all organized. But we'll make sure that we don't cut out any of the content. But that's all for now. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm off, and good morning for everyone. Have a great day for the people in different time zones, and good night for the people who are up so late. So, all right, guys. Thank you.